Tony Howarth. Tony was appointed an Officer of the Order of Australia to his services for business and finance and to the community through a range of health, cultural, education and sporting groups. He was an Honorary Doctorate of Laws in UWA and was WA Citizen of the Year in Business in 2005. Daryl Gobbett. Daryl's a Group Chief Economist with Prescott Securities and is Chairman of the Australian Business Economists. Daryl has supported Finsia and the SIA as a practitioner and through various committees and councils for over 15 years. John Keeves. John has been a member of the Takeovers panel since 2006 and is Chairman of the Corporations Committee for the Law Council of Australia. John continues to serve Finsia on national and regional committees and has been doing so since 1989. That's an awfully long time and a very long contribution, John. Eva Skirra. Eva has served on a number of boards in business, government and the not-for-profit sector over a range of industries. She's currently the chair of Kaplan's Higher Education Academic Committee and has dedicated many years to Finsia on national and regional committees. And finally, Will Taylor. Will is a past SIA National Councillor and has represented Finsia on a number of committees. He specialises in corporate law and he heads Finlayson's renowned wine business unit, Adelaide, positioning the organisation as the leading wine industry firm of Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a round of applause to congratulate all our life members.
That the winner for the most outstanding young professional is Matt Baxby, Virgin Money. Matt joined the Virgin Group in the UK in 2003 and quickly progressed through a variety of roles, including joining Virgin Money UK in 2007, relocating to Australia in 2009 as Managing Director of Virgin Money Australia. Matt now manages a team of over 400 staff across core areas of wealth, banking and insurance. Congratulations, Matt. The next category is the most outstanding future leader. The winner in this category has demonstrated exceptional leadership both within their professional roles and in the broader community. They are recognised as much for their intellect, insight and vision as for their ability to encourage outstanding performance in people and organisations, and for being an ambassador and role model for the financial services industry. And the overall Pinnacle Award winner for most outstanding future leader is Stephanie Charles. I would like to call on David Livingston, CEO of Credit Suisse, to accept this award on Stephanie's behalf. Stephanie is in Washington currently, participating in the International Women's Forum Leadership Fellows Program. As the most senior female investment banker at Credit Suisse in Melbourne, Stephanie has led several transformational transactions, including the $2.1 billion IPO of Maya, and has demonstrated true leadership by recruiting, training and mentoring many junior employees over a number of years. Okay, the next award. How you going, John? Good. Yep. Next award is awarded for the most outstanding thought leader. This award recognises a professional who has demonstrated exceptional thought processes of originality, innovation and vision. This is someone who is recognised for shifting paradigms, stimulating innovation and expanding the realms of possibility within industry. The overall Pinnacle Award winner for the most outstanding thought leader is Professor Michael Drew. Professor Michael Drew, Managing Director, Life Cycle Strategies at QIC, Professor of Finance at the Business School of Griffith University. Michael's led the debate on improving the management of Australia's superannuation system and demonstrated exceptional leadership in the field, published more than 50 articles, and his research is the most cited work in the Cooper Review of the Australian superannuation system. His work has also had practical application to the innovative glide path solutions for the superannuation clients at QIC. Congratulations, Michael. The next category is for the most outstanding woman in financial services. This is awarded to an exceptional professional and leader in the financial services field who has advanced careers of women across the industry. actively directing improvements in gender policy, instigating effective programs to support the development of leadership opportunities for women, and providing important mentorship.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I very much regret not being in Sydney this evening to accept this unexpected award. And I want to acknowledge and thank Simon Mordaunt and his colleagues at Greenhill Caravan in New York for making this video possible. Finsia has had a long and successful history because it has been able to adapt and respond to the many challenges in our industry in its 125-year history. My congratulations to all involved in organising this stellar event for the celebrations this evening. It goes without saying that we should all try and do a Finsia, be successful leaders, adapting to new, sometimes imposed and often unforeseen circumstances. To have been at the vanguard of change for so many years in financial services in Australia has been a rewarding experience for me. And I am deeply aware that the advancement of women in our industry calls for continuing vigilance and adaptability. I am confident that our women leaders understand that part of their role is their obligation and responsibility, indeed their duty, to help other women to succeed. The best legacy any of us can leave is our influence on the generation that follows. I make particular reference this evening to Belinda Hutchinson, Gail Kelly and Julian Broadbent, who exemplify by their inclusive leadership style the exacting standards of behaviour demanded and needed in corporate Australia. That I have been singled out for this award is a great honour, and I thank you most sincerely. Good night, goodbye, and enjoy a wonderful evening.
Clearly Helen is known to many of you. The judging panel recognised Helen as an exceptional role model, mentor and advocate for women. And in fact, many of the women Helen has mentored, including members of the Finsia judging panel, have achieved senior positions and themselves have mentored younger professionals. Now, our final award for the evening is the Most Outstanding Industry Contribution Award. In making this award, Finsia has identified the industry professionals who have shaped and transformed the Australian financial services environment. They are visionaries, innovators, people who created new macro dimensions resulting in a stronger financial services sector. The overall Pinnacle Award for Most Outstanding Industry Contribution is bestowed upon two outstanding individuals tonight, Dr. Maurice Newman and the late David Clark. Now, Maurice, we have a film clip again from Maurice, so I'll throw to the film.
First, may I say good evening to you and apologise for being unable to accept this wonderful Pinnacle Award in person. Regrettably, I'm overseas on a business trip and therefore could not attend this wonderful celebration of the 125th anniversary of Finsia. I think that in itself is something quite remarkable, to think that in a country as young as Australia we could have an institution like Finsia, which has done so much for financial services in this country, being as old as 125 years. So I'm, again, very apologetic not to be there in person. I'm sure it'll be a great evening. Second, may I say that I am really genuinely humbled to have received this award. When I looked at the field of other candidates, all of whom are, in my view, as deserving as I realised that how far this country has come in financial services. And while it's nice to be the recipient of the award, you realise that you are not alone in the sorts of things which have happened, the developments which have taken place to put Australia's financial services really in the forefront of the world. And I know from an Australian that sounds self-serving, but in my days as the chair of ASX and all of the other areas at Deutsche Bank and so on, which I've been associated with in financial services over some 50 years, you get the opportunity to meet with your peers in other parts of the world, and you are constantly receiving confirmation that Australia really is at the leading edge. And I think sometimes that is not as well appreciated domestically as it might be. When I look at the award, as I say, it is humbling and extremely flattering to me to have been chosen. But I think not only of the people who were there, including myself as candidates for the award, but people going back, people like Chris Corrigan, who really was responsible for breaking down the cosy cartel which was ASX at that time. I think of Ian Roach, who was the first chairman of ASX, who did a wonderful job in bringing what was essentially a federation of exchanges together in one group. There are a lot of people who have not been recognised, or because they've long been retired, but nevertheless they also played a tremendous part in making Australia's financial services what it is today. So, as I keep saying, it is a wonderful thing for me personally, but I'm also very understanding of the fact that while I have been fortunate to be in the right place at the right time, that it's really been the result of a combination of a whole lot of people who've done so much in support of financial services in this country. And if I've been the lucky one to have been chosen, it is simply perhaps that I've been around longer, or that I've been in the right place at the right time, as I say. But thank you very much to the judges for having selected me. Again, I apologise and regret very deeply that I'm not able to be with you this evening, but thank you again, and I'm sure it's going to be a wonderful night. Thank you.
Am I on? Yep. Perhaps best summed up as standing on the shoulders of giants, and surely there's no greater giant that roamed the financial services stages, the late David Clarke, who we also recognise tonight, one of Australia's first Harvard University MBA graduates. He was instrumental in changing the nation's commercial landscape as a founder of the forerunner of Macquarie Bank, Hill Samuel Australia. He pioneered the practice of purchasing infrastructure assets from the public sector to operate them as private businesses. David was an honorary federal treasurer of the Liberal Party, chair of the New South Wales Rugby Union, and president of the Winemakers Federation of Australia. He chaired the Salvation Army, the Children's Cancer Institute, and Opera Australia, and helped pioneer corporate philanthropy. So tonight, on behalf of David's family, please welcome to the stage Jane Clarke to accept the award. Thanks, John. So it's just up to me now, before dinner's served, to note the People Choice Awards, which we took down just earlier before the event started. As I say, perhaps the Packers Awards today. So this was a member's choice, a vote, and I can announce that the most outstanding young professional as voted in the People's Choice Awards was Malini Raj. The most outstanding future leader, Paul Chin. Most outstanding thought leader in the People's Choice Award was Michael Drew. Most outstanding woman in financial services, Gail Kelly. And perhaps of little surprise, the most outstanding industry contribution, the late David Clarke.